Great news. Breaking developments on your screen. The Secretary General of the United Nations has also met with the President of China, Xi Jinping. And a spokesperson of the UN has said that they've discussed, quote unquote, the cooperation between China and the UN in 3 pillars of its activities, as well as the need to strengthen multilateralism, unquote. Sumit Peer. Now, I'm sure you have, many people watching this broadcast have, a very deep suspicion of the influence that China has already showed in UN agencies like the WHO in just the past few years. Now, the UN Secretary General is here in the middle of all of this, and he's having a bilateral meeting with Xi Jinping. Now, how do we observe all of this, what's going on? It is complicated, if not just nigh confusing.
Rishabh ji, thank you for having me on your show. I think you have nailed it. It is confusing, it is delusional, and it is something, I think, putting China back into the world stage, putting China into a geopolitical pedestal is job of Donald John Trump. He's the person who's entirely responsible for doing it, because if his absurd actions would have not been there, a lot of these things would have been avoided today. I mean, if you look at him 2 days back, he's talking of welcoming 600,000 students into America. I mean, when people started questioning, even the MAGA supporters and the right wingers, what are you doing? You were talking of sending 277,000 Chinese students out of America. You called them intellectual moles. Now, why do you want to welcome 600,000 students back to America? There's no logic around it. And if you look at the report which Jeffries has issued, 24 hours back, Rishabh ji, it clearly states all these tariffs is a manifestation of Trump's personal vendetta and agenda, because he was not allowed to mediate in India-Pakistan so-called ceasefire, and the trade deal he wanted to push through, there were some red lines which Modi Sarkar did not cross and told him very clearly, you're not crossing. So he could not fathom the thought, here I cannot intervene in this India-Pakistan conflict, and in the trade deal there are some guidelines, there are some red lines which India is not willing to negotiate. So you have a headstrong leader against you, then you start becoming crazy, you start implementing all these tariffs, and the people like China who are buying the maximum oil, are contributing to the maximum money, they are clearly let off. Brazil is let off, Turkey is let off, Europe is let off, the entire world is let off. It is, you cannot handle possibly Modi, so you want to penalize the India, and in the return the whole world. This, what we are seeing in Tianjin, is a repercussion of that, is the outcome of that, is a byproduct of that.
Okay, more breaking